Hi guys, I'm Tess and this is It's Fine, a show where I try classic recipes for the first time. Today we're making paella, which I've never made before because that's the point. It's originally associated with the region of Valencia. Actually, funny story, okay? I went to Barcelona last year and I never had paella. I tried to find it. I wanted to eat it, but I never found it. So I can't say that I've ever had true Spanish paella, but I do like paella. I just feel like I got robbed of that experience a little bit. The utensil in which it's cooked, it's, you know, the classic flat round pan with the two handles, and then it's traditionally eaten from the pan. So into it. The last time I had paella, I remember the ingredients to be olive oil, chicken thighs, shrimp, salt, whole beans, fava beans, crushed tomatoes, saffron, chicken stock, fresh rosemary, and Spanish bamba rice. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is get all my ingredients ready and chopped up because the dish comes together really quickly in the pan, so we wanna be ready. I'm gonna take some of my pole beans. Am I gonna take all of these? Yes, I am, because that would be weird if I didn't. And you're just gonna trim their ends off, get rid of that, and then do them into like 1-inch pieces, kind of like this. I didn't mean to eat that. The next thing is fava beans. I'm very excited. To prep a fava bean, you kind of squish the end together and then you peel it open. Reveal its furry inside. It's not that cute. Actually, maybe you could consider it cute. Then there's this outer casing on the fava bean, which you also have to kind of like peel off. Normally, you'd blanch the fava bean first to get this annoying, pesky little skin off easier. But because you're going to add them right into the paella raw like this, you want to try to remove that outer skin. And then you have this perfect little vibrant green. So when you peel this off, revealed is this little white doohickey. You want to make sure you remove that so that it's gone. Then your fava bean is ready, prepped and ready to go. But we're in my mom's kitchen. She has the cute kitchen and I have the cute stuff, but we're trying to work with her stuff and it's not floating my boat. Okay, next up we have to prepare our shrimp. I really wish that they had some heads on them. They don't. They don't have heads. I think they're cute. I think that the shrimp are cute with the heads. I don't want to eat it. When I was in Spain, they always have the shrimp with the heads on them. And they make, like I got made fun of for not eating them, which is horrible. I feel like somebody might make fun of me here. That's how you prep your little shrimp. We just had skin shrimp. I'm gonna keep, or shelled. The shell was on it, that's not its skin. I'd say this is its skin. I don't actually know its anatomy, but that's its tail for sure. I know that. Keep the tail on. Oh, and you can also remove the little waistline. Waste, W-A-S-T-E, not W-A-I-S-T. This. That's not glamorous. Maybe don't get that. Remove that though. This isn't a cute job, but you do what you gotta do. These little friends going into their own bowl, and I'm gonna get rid of that. That's disgusting. Sorry, that's not actually that bad. Boom. Okay, then we have some chicken that is magically all prepped for us. Was bone-in chicken thighs, but now they're deboned, cut up chicken thighs. Don't worry, I worked all morning on those. Okay, this is what the paella dish looks like. If you have one of these in your home, congratulations. This is what we're gonna use today, but if you don't have one, you could always use a wok. Okay, we're ready to start cooking. So we're gonna turn on the stove. Put a little olive oil in the pan. Wait a second, because the olive oil has to get hot. Not smoking, but hot. Then we're gonna add our chicken. It's gonna take longer to cook than the shrimp, so we wanna add it first. I'll be honest, the stove runs hot, so it feels hot in my face. I think this is gonna sizzle when I put it in. Music to my ears. Sounds great. Chicken in. Ah! It's hot. Okay, beware of your shrimp. Beware, it's hot and sizzly and spiky. Okay, so it's getting beautifully brown. You just wanna keep going until it's almost all the pieces got a little good brown to them, okay? Okay, once your chicken's cooked, you're gonna push it to the side. Everything gets done in this one pot, which is kind of amazing. You're gonna take your shrimp and cook them in the center. The shrimp will be really quick. They'll only take like 2 or 3 minutes. They'll cook a little bit more in the broth, so they don't have to be fully cooked, but you want them to start getting pink, like so. Paella to me is just a mixture of all really delicious foods into one. Like I love a rice item. I don't know why. And then, I don't know, it's like yummy, tomatoey. It's almost like soupy, but ricey. I'm very excited to eat it today. And I've also never made it, so it's seeming hard. I think they're good. We're gonna push them to the side. Ah! Lower, lower. Turn it down, it's fine, don't worry. Push them. Okay. We're adding both our beans, fava and pole. We're gonna add some salt. I'm switching to a wooden spoon. We're gonna cook the beans until lightly brown, about 5 minutes. And we're gonna push them to the side, just like we did with our chicken and shrimp. Don't worry about these little brown bits, you're gonna want them. We're gonna take our crushed tomato puree and add it to the center. And just stir it around and cook it down until it's reduced by about half. And right now I can like feel myself scraping up those beautiful brown bits on the bottom. I feel like I'm a true cooking show person. Those beautiful brown bits on the bottom. But it's true, they are beautiful and there are brown bits on the bottom and they're coming up. Apparently, there's never onions and garlic in paella, which shocked me when I learned about the recipe. I would just assume that I'd want an onion and garlic in here, but I'm following the recipe because I've never made it before. It's fine. I don't think I've ever had one that I've been like, wow, that's amazing. So hopefully today I'll make something that I think is wow amazing. So turns out we did a little research and there could be onions and garlic in paella. I'm just shocked that this recipe doesn't have any. Can you tell I want them? Okay, now that this tomato has reduced by about half and it's starting to smell really fragrant and sizzle a lot, we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of saffron. 4 cups of chicken stock. It's gonna sizzle loud, which will be really beautiful. No, it didn't. Not bad. Is my pan gonna hold this? Time will only tell. 1 sprig of rosemary, and then a good seasoning of salt. We're gonna bring the heat up to high, and then we're gonna let it boil for 2 or 3 minutes and reduce a little bit. So we've got this good bubble here that's been happening for a couple minutes now. We're gonna remove the rosemary sprig. Now we're gonna add a cup of bomba rice. Whoa, that was fun. And then after 8 minutes, we're gonna turn the heat down and not touch it for another 8 minutes so that it can get all good together. I've been stirring it pretty constantly for the last 8 minutes. We're gonna give it one last good stir, and then we're gonna make sure that all the goodies are evenly distributed. Make it nice like this. Turn it down to low, and then let it sit for 10 minutes and do not stir. If you stir it, you won't get that crispy bottom, so please don't stir it. It'll be so good if you don't. I'm pretty sure. We're gonna check. It's been sitting here for about 10 minutes. We're gonna crank the heat up for 2 more just to get that super crispy, I think it's called
Suckers.
sokarat. Sokarat is when it's like crispy on the bottom, but not burnt. That's crucial. It's been 2 minutes. It smells good, so we'll see what's happened in there. Make sure you're wearing a mitt because these handles are gonna be so hot. It doesn't look amazing right now. We're just gonna let it sit for 5 minutes before serving. Look how stunning. We finally get to try it. I'm really excited. We fluffed it up a little bit and it looks a lot better than when it was in the pan. And I just have to be honest about that. It's probably the best paella I've ever had myself, because I don't think I've ever had any good paella. The crispiness on the bottom. Yeah, oh my gosh, look. Woohoo! You actually won't be able to see that. But I can confirm that I found crispiness. Okay, let me try that. Yeah, turns out paella is actually really easy to make. It was quick, and simple one pot meal. That's my favorite kind of thing. This is a shrimp. I like when I can eat a shrimp. I don't think I like the shrimp flavor throughout the sauce, but I love a shrimp on its own. I really like the green beans. That's the best part about it, like about the whole thing. Okay, well, thanks for making paella with me. It was good. It was delicious. I'll be honest, it's fine. That's my answer to that. It's fine.